All right, deep divers, buckle up. We're going deep today.
Deep.
Like seriously deep.
Okay, I'm ready.
We're talking comedy,
All right.
politics, and where's the line between free speech
Yeah.
and just being offensive?
Ooh, that's a good one.
It's Tony Hinchcliffe Trump rallies.
Okay.
And a take from Jon Stewart that's going to make you think.
I love Jon Stewart.
Oh, yeah, you and everyone else. But seriously, this is a wild one, so stick around.
I'm not going anywhere.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell
Do it.
so you don't miss a single deep dive.
All right, I'm buckled in. Where do we start?
Let's set the scene.
Mhm.
It all starts with a comedian bombing at a Trump rally,
Okay, so like a normal Tuesday.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's the fallout that's got everyone talking. It's like watching a car crash.
Oh, no.
You can't look away, even though you know it's going to be bad.
I'm intrigued.
So picture this Tony Hinchcliffe,
Okay.
the guy known for pushing the boundaries of comedy, shall we say.
Let's just say it, he's out there.
He takes the stage at a Trump rally and proceeds to make some seriously offensive jokes about Puerto Ricans.
Wow.
Yeah, the internet predictably erupts.
That tracks.
And then Jon Stewart enters the scene.
Okay, my man, John.
And you'd expect him to, like, tear Hinchcliffe a new one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Wrong. He actually says he finds the guy funny.
Wait, what? Really?
I know, right? It's like, what?
That is not the take I was expecting.
No one was.
Hmm.
It's classic Stewart, though. He disarms you with this unexpected take.
He's good at that.
And before you know it, bam. He's pivoted to this razor-sharp critique of Trump's immigration policies.
Okay, so he's using the Hinchcliffe thing as a jumping-off point.
Exactly. It's like a masterclass in using humor as a weapon.
He is pretty masterful.
By sidestepping the whole cancel culture debate, he directs the spotlight right where it needs to be,
On Trump.
on the absurdity of Trump's proposed deportation policies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He wants to deport everyone.
Well, not everyone. But he's been threatening to dust off this ancient law,
Asian.
the Alien Enemies Act of 1798, to deport millions of undocumented immigrants.
Like bringing back a law from the 1700s?
Yeah, it's wild. Like, he time traveled from the 18th century with this plan.
Okay, that is a good visual.
And Stewart skewers the ridiculousness of it all perfectly. In one clip, he's practically yelling at the screen.
I gotta see this.
Who the heck told Donald Trump about the Alien Enemies Act of 1798?
Oh, man, I love it.
It's pure gold.
So good.
But here's the thing. It's not just about Trump being clueless about historical laws.
Oh, there's more.
He's actually flip-flopped on the numbers,
Classic.
throwing out figures anywhere from 2 to over 21 million people he wants to deport.
So like a slight difference.
It's pure chaos, designed to stoke fear and division.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And Stewart doesn't let him get away with it. He plays a clip where Trump downplays the potential for errors in mass deportations, saying, you put one wrong person onto a bus or onto an airplane, and your radical left lunatics will try and make it sound like the worst thing that's ever happened. And Stewart's response is chef's kiss. He cuts right through the BS and says,
So let's hear it.
because it's the worst thing that ever happened to them, the American citizens you mistakenly deport.
Yeah.
He forces you to confront the human cost of these policies, the real people whose lives are being upended.
Yeah, that's heavy stuff.
And then it gets even more unsettling. Stewart goes on to warn viewers that no one is safe, really.
Oh, no.
He argues that Trump's targets seem to be extending constantly. I mean, he's even talked about deporting Special Prosecutor Jack Smith
Jack Smith.
and pro-Palestinian protesters.
Seriously.
It's scary stuff.
It is.
He's drawing this chilling parallel to the anti-immigrant sentiment directed at Italian and Irish immigrants in the early 20th century.
Oh, wow.
Same rhetoric, different targets. It's a stark reminder that we've been down this road before,
Mm-hmm.
and it never ends well.
Never.
It really makes you think, where does it stop?
Yeah, where?
Who's next on the list if Trump gets his way?
Right, that's the question.
And this is where it gets really interesting. We have to ask, is Hinchcliffe accountable for the context in which his jokes are used?
That's a good question.
Can a comedian be blamed for the company they keep, so to speak? Like, can you separate the art from the artist?
Exactly.
I don't know.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is.
And Stewart, instead of getting bogged down in that debate, uses his platform to do what he does best.
Which is?
Expose hypocrisy, highlight injustice, and make you laugh even as you're grappling with some seriously heavy stuff.
He's the best at that.
He really is.
So he's using humor to make a serious point.
Absolutely.
I like it.
It's like he's saying, look, I get it, this stuff is heavy,
Yeah.
but we can't just ignore it. We have to talk about it, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it makes us laugh uncomfortably.
That's the Jon Stewart special.
It is, and that's where the real deep dive comes in. Because this isn't just about a comedian making a bad joke or a politician spouting off crazy ideas. It's about understanding the deeper context.
The historical forces that have shaped our present moment.
I'm ready to go deep. The historical forces.
So let's talk about this Alien Enemies Act for a minute.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like something straight out of a history textbook.
Yeah, a little bit.
What exactly is it? And how did it even end up on Trump's radar?
It goes back to 1798.
Okay, way back.
A time when the United States was on the brink of war with France.
France?
The act essentially gave the president the power to detain and deport any non-citizen he deemed a threat to national security.
So this law was basically designed to deal with enemy spies during wartime?
Pretty much. Yeah, it was a product of its time.
Okay.
Fueled by paranoia and xenophobia.
Makes sense.
And it's been used sparingly throughout history.
Sparingly.
Mostly during times of war or national crisis.
So not like now?
Not really.
Yeah.
But Trump wants to use it to deport millions of undocumented immigrants.
Which just doesn't even make sense.
Exactly, and that's what Stewart is so brilliant at exposing.
Okay, how so?
He's not just saying that Trump is wrong.
Uh-huh.
He's showing us how he's wrong. How his logic is flawed.
Right.
How his policies are rooted in fear and ignorance rather than facts and reason.
So he's kind of breaking it down.
Yeah, he's like a political decoder ring.
I like it.
And it's not just the Alien Enemies Act.
Oh, there's more.
He's connecting the dots between Trump's rhetoric and the historical patterns of anti-immigrant sentiment that have plagued this country for centuries. He's showing us how the targets may change.
Oh, interesting.
From the Irish and Italians in the past to Latinos and Muslims today.
Right.
But the underlying prejudice remains the same.
So it's not really about who they are.
No, it's about using fear to divide us.
And gain power.
Exactly, to turn us against each other.
And that's something we've seen time and time again.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So what does this all mean for us?
Good question.
For the average person scrolling through their news feed or watching a comedy special?
Right, like what are we supposed to do with this information?
What are we supposed to take away from all of this?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
And I think Stewart is asking us to grapple with it.
To grapple.
To wrestle with these uncomfortable truths.
Right.
And to find our own answers.
So he's not giving us the answers.
No, he's making us think for ourselves. He's challenging us to be more than just passive consumers of information.
Right, to actually think for ourselves.
To be critical thinkers.
Okay, I can try.
To question assumptions.
Like, don't just believe everything you read.
Exactly, to connect the dots and to recognize the historical patterns that shape our world.
So, like, look for the bigger picture.
Yeah, don't just get caught up in the day-to-day noise.
And maybe to find a way to laugh at the absurdity of it all.
Oh, I like that.
Even as we fight against it.
Because sometimes laughter can be the best medicine.
It really can.
Even for a society grappling with some seriously deep-seated issues.
So, deep divers, here's the question we're leaving you with.
Hit us with it.
Is Stewart's approach effective?
Good question.
Can humor really be a weapon against hate and ignorance?
Can it make people think differently?
Can it open minds and hearts to uncomfortable truths?
Or does it just make light of serious issues?
Or does it risk trivializing these issues?
Right.
Letting those in power off the hook?
With a chuckle and a shrug.
We want to hear your thoughts. Hit us up in the comments.
Yeah, let's keep this conversation going.
And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell for more deep dives.
More deep dives.
Into the news and current events that matter.
The stuff that keeps you up at night.
Until next time, keep thinking critically, keep questioning everything, and keep laughing in the face of absurdity.
Later, deep divers.